Hey guys, this is Alfred back with another video. Today a friend of mine has actually asked to help review and give advice for the account, so I'll be using her account right now. She's currently AR 55 but is still struggling to do Abyss, so I'm pretty surprised. Of course, I won't be going through every single thing because that will take way too long, so instead I have asked her what she wants to focus on and I will be talking more about that in this video. So to begin, her two characters that she really wants to fix or try to focus on is Keqing and Diluc. Those are her two favorite characters. So let's start off with Diluc. Let's review her stats. Very high attack, really low EM, which is pretty surprising, but let's take a look at the details. So as you can see in the details, it's 39.4% crit rate with 56.2% crit damage. Honestly, this is really bad. Basically, what you should be trying to do is to aim for a 1:2 ratio. This is the basic rule of thumb for any DPS. You can do 1:2 or 1:3 maximum, so don't try to go over 1:3. But 1:2 is the bare minimum and something you should focus on. So what's surprising is Diluc scales with crit rate. So I'm gonna assume that most of this is coming from the crit rate scaling and not from the crit rate from artifacts. So that is something we can definitely work on, and we'll take a look later on. For weapons, Wolf's Gravestone, really strong. This weapon is Diluc's best slot in my opinion, so good weapon, level 90, it's leveled up really well, and this is one good thing that you've done for this account or this character. 677, honestly, at level 90 your Diluc should probably be triple, like 888 at least, or triple crown if you really love Diluc. Maybe because of more constraint that you're not doing this, but yes, it's completely fine. Try to get at least minimum 888 and you can see definitely an improvement in damage. Alright, so now for artifact set. First of all, set bonus 4-piece Crimson Witch of Flames. This is really good for Diluc. It's Diluc's best in slot. However, there's already some glaring errors I see. The first one is this 4-star artifact. You generally don't want 4-star artifacts. The reason why is, look at this artifact right here. Look at the base stat. It's 645 and the max level for this is level 16. You can't go above level 16. Let's look at a 5-star artifact, 717. As you can see, across the board it's 717 and you can go up to level 20. So you're gonna miss out 4 levels, which is one substat down here as well as a good scaling on the main stat. So this is why you want to use a 5-star artifact instead of 4-star. Obviously, if you're new to the game, you'll be using more 4-star artifacts. That's completely fine, but as an AR 55 player, you should be using 5-star artifacts at this point. I understand that maybe you don't farm the domain as much, but if you really love the character, you really have to farm for the character itself. So try to get 5-star artifacts as much as possible. Another glaring error I see is right here, artifacts not leveled up. So if you want to power up your character a lot, leveling up artifacts can really help, because for every 4 levels you will increase the main stat. Actually, main stat increases every level, but for every 4 levels you gain an additional stat right here. So you get 4 lines, you get at least 4 lines of substats, and then after that you boost each substat each level. So it's very important that you level up your artifacts so that you get more stats and probably more damage as well. So with that out of the way, those are the 2 glaring things I've seen, but let's look at the choices of artifacts. First of all, the flower, definitely. Let's take a look at the Crimson Witch. You only have 1, so this is something you should really work on. You should probably farm more of the Crimson Witch if you really like the look, and at least level this one up so you get good stat. Flower, I took a look at it earlier. It's really good. Double crit, level 20. This is good. This is also pretty good. Could be a little bit better because of the EM. Diluc really likes EM, but this double crit is pretty good. I see this one is also very good. In my opinion, if you can, level this one up. Try to get it to 20 if you really want to gamble. This one has 28% CV, which is not too bad, but for a decent artifact, will be 30% CV. So if you want to try your luck, try here. You have an attack percent as well. So other than that, good flowers overall. You don't have Crimson Witch here, so I'm assuming this is an off piece. You're using ER. Okay, if you have ER issues, which Diluc shouldn't have, but if you have ER issues, then you can go in ER Sands. Since you're already using attack percent weapon, it's completely fine. Actually, for Diluc, an EM Sands is much better. I'm not sure if you have an EM Sands anywhere. Elemental Mastery Sands could be better, or a attack percent. So you can switch between either one based on the better substats right here. So what are good substat? What Diluc wants is crit. So crit rate, crit damage, attack, ER, energy recharge, or EM. It's up to you. Whichever one has better substats, you can swap. For Goblet, attack percent, not good. The reason why you don't want to stack too much attack percent is because of diminishing returns. At this point, you might as well use an elemental damage goblet. This is so much better, and goblets are the only one that carry this as the main stat. So this is why you want to use an elemental damage bonus goblet instead of an attack percent. Obviously, if you don't have it, which I do not blame you. It's very hard to get a good elemental goblet. Then I suggest maybe attack can work for the time being as a replacement, but try your best to get a elemental damage goblet. Finally, for circlet, like I said earlier, deluxe scales with crit rate. So if you can, try to go a crit damage circlet. However, if you can't get the 1 to 2, you can definitely go crit rate circlet, also works. So for circlet, always use crit for a DPS, unless there's some other wonky stats that they use, but most of the time you'll be using either crit rate or crit damage based on what you need. So a few things to note already just by seeing the delooker itself. Number 1, use 5-star artifacts. Number 2, level up your artifacts. And number 3, use good main stat for the artifacts. Other than that, your deluxe fine. Also try to level up your Talon. Oh my god, I just realized your C1 deluxe. By the way, try your best to level up your Talons. Trust me, you'll do more damage. Alright, let's look at Keqing now. 2.6k attack. I'm assuming she went attack percent goblets and attack percent circlet as well, but we'll take a look. Crit, almost 100% crit. Now, if this wasn't Keqing, this is actually really good if you had more crit damage. But the reason why it's not good for Keqing, it's because of the passive talent right here. If you use your burst, you increase your crit rate by 15%. So essentially, you get 100% crit rate if you are at 85% crit. So anything higher is you're rather wasting that extra crit rate that you have, and you rather build other substats other than crit rate. So that's the main problem. I think not a lot of people know this. Maybe they play Keqing for so long, they don't realize this is a thing. You get free 15% crit rate. But other than that, the crit rate stat is pretty insane. So try to work on your crit damage. That being said, your weapon is crit rate, so you're getting a lot of crit rate here. So at this point, you might as well invest in crit damage circlet, which we'll be talking about later on. For Talon 677, once again, try to get at least 888. It's really good for main DPS, and crown it if you have enough Mora. I understand Mora is a big problem for most Genshin players, so getting it to level 8, to level 10 is pretty demanding. However, if you play this game every day and use your resources efficiently, trust me, you'll eventually get there. For constellations, my god, constellation 2, bro. You have more constellations on Keqing than me. I'm so envious. I only have constellation 1. Why does everyone have more constellation than me? Alright, so for artifacts, 4-piece Thunder Fury. First of all, this set is really niche. In my opinion, it's only good for Taser Keqing for the straight up reason that you do more damage when you use their electrocharge reaction. So if you're going any other Keqing, like mono Keqing, it's not even that good, or just standard Keqing. But this is pretty good for Taser. So if you're going Taser, 4-piece Thunder Fury, go for it. Let's see. So the more general set will be 2-piece Thunder Fury with something like 2-piece 18% attack piece. So that can be your Glad, that can be your Shimenawa. I think there's some Shimenawa right here. Yeah, that can be your Shimenawa, can be your Glad, or the 2 new artifact sets. It's really up to you. You can just pop that on Keqing and it'll be pretty much better than this one. But of course, if you're specialized in electrocharge Keqing or Taser Keqing, then this set, no problem at all. Flower, definitely okay, I guess. Let's take a look at what she has. Okay, really good. This is really good. If only you get more stats on the crit damage or crit rate, lesser on EM, I think it's completely fine. This artifact is pretty good already. Attack sand, okay on attack percent. Sands, that's good on Keqing. Okay, you're not equipping this, right? Yeah, okay. You're using attack percent goblet. Okay, I guess it's okay. This is really, wow, this is really good. No defense, no HP. However, like I said, for main DPS, most of the time, you want to use an elemental damage bonus corresponding to the element that the character is using. So for Keqing, try to find a electro damage bonus. So wow, you only have 1. But this one will be doing much more damage than your attack percent because of diminishing returns. I would explain it. The more you build it, the less value you'll get from attack itself. So yeah, so try to build an electro damage goblet. Let's take a look at the circlet. For circlet crit rate, you have the right idea. Don't get me wrong. Most of the time, you'll be building crit rate on Keqing or crit rate on any main DPS. However, for this case, you have to understand that your weapon already provides you 40% crit rate. So it's not really worth to build more crit rate, especially when you reach the 85% threshold. At that point, you want something like crit damage. Let's have a look whether you have any crit damage circlet. Boom, you have one right here. And basically the difference is you'll be losing 31% crit rate for 62.2% crit damage. So let's do some quick math. That means you'll be having 68% crit rate with 167% crit damage. That's 1 to 3. But if you ult, you get 15%, right? So you basically just minus 15%. 100%, you're going to be having around 84% crit rate with 167. That means it's already 1 to 2, and that's very good. 1 to 2 is the magic number for CV, which is crit value. Other than that, it's not too bad. Your Keqing is really well built. Maybe just change your circlet, change your cup when you farm more of the artifact set. I'll leave it to you which one you want to focus on. So whether you want to focus on Diluc or Keqing first, it doesn't matter. So that is all guys for today's video. If you like this kind of content, do give a like to this video. It really shows that I should be doing more of this in the future, and subscribe for more videos like this. I will be trying to upload weekly from now on because I'm pretty busy. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.